because, you know, you hear a lot of things in camps and stuff like that, you know, all the time.
Yeah.
And I know he wasn't doing well in camp. I know them young guys was piecing him up. I had a young guy in my camp was piecing him up. You know, he told me about a lot of stuff. So, you know, that's as far as I'm gonna go with it.
What's good, family? So mash the like button and subscribe. Wow. So we just heard there from your mans, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Beyonce Wilder. Listen, obviously, we haven't heard from Wilder for a minute. You best believe Deontay's broken his silence. Yeah, he's been laying low and playing it cool. To an extent, I kinda respect it. He'd be giving it the, oh man, you know, silence is golden. And you know, the Bible once said, and a man said, if you're silent, then you be getting all the riches. All this kind of shit. Listen, what he did say was, silence is golden. Oh man, but listen, let's get to it. What we know is, we just heard there from Deontay Wilder, airing out Licensed Scary, getting a serious case of defeats in sparring. Deontay has leaked some super duper secret inside information on your man's Licensed Scary. He said the following. Well, you heard, listen, obviously you heard the audio, but I want to walk through what he actually said. He said, oh man, you know, I know Tyson Scary. He wasn't doing well in camp, and you know, Jarrett Anderson and F.A. Jagba was piecing his ass up. He would get in the ass, no doubt. I even had Don inside my camp, and you know, one dude inside my camp, even one dude inside my camp had to go on Tyson Fury. Yeah, man, they was taking turns, and I heard they were running their train on his ass. So there you go then. You heard there from Deontay Wilder. Essentially saying that basically the reason Licensed Scary pulled out back in July was because there was a whole bunch of BBC dons taking turns at will, running a train. There was a long... Listen, people talk about trains being run, yeah, but there's certain trains and then there's long-ass trains, yeah? From what Deontay Wilder's saying, a whole bag of BBC dons ran a train on your man's Licensed Scary. And we know Licensed Scary, he isn't tick. He isn't tick in the back. So he, like certain dons here are designed to have train. If you're super duper tick here, if you're tick, then you're designed to almost have a train run. But Fury ain't tick. He got spindly little legs, spindly little booty. So his frame isn't designed to have a train run on him. And that's why I had to pull out. Yeah? When you've got a whole bag of big busted ons, F.A. Jagba, Jarrett Anderson, the don that Deontay Wilder knows, when you got all them big dons there, taking turns, at will, having a go, running trains, Fury's frame ain't designed for that kind of force. We already know, for example, we already saw another bare knuckle champion, Billy Ho Saunders, his frame, and the thing is, we know Billy Ho's frame cracked, didn't it? Call me a liar. Did or did not Canelo Alvarez crack Billy Ho's soft frame? Yeah? These bare knuckle dons, their bones aren't dense enough. They ain't been eating enough yard food. Yeah? Whatever goofy food they say they be eating, it ain't be working. That's why his face got cracked up. No doubt. Yeah, that bare knuckle magic food, no good. Bones are soft. And that's what equally happened here with Licensed Fury. Licensed Fury brought a whole bag of BBC dons into the camp. And unfortunately, we just heard there from Wilder, they all took turns, ran a train, and he was down bad. That's what we're hearing. That's what... Don't shoot the messenger here. Yeah? I know there's going to be Fury fans that are going to be super duper mad, but that's on you. Don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just telling you what happened. Tyson Scary brought in too many BBC dons, and we know the thing is as well, people say, why are you saying that for? Well, let me call a spade right now. Licensed Scary was the first one to bring this up. He was talking about AJ. Oh, he was saying, oh, AJ, he has a big twang, and oh, all that kind of stuff. He was super fruity with it, so don't blame me. Your man Licensed Scary has always been talking about AJ's twang. So, That's on you. That's his problem. What we know is now, he brought in a few BBC dons, and it was peak for him. He was down bad. They ran a train on him. Yeah, 100%, taking turns. That's what he said. Deontay Wilder said they was taking turns. Yeah? Getting it how they want. Fury was down bad. And unfortunately, as I've explained, the bare knuckle champion, their genetics, they're soft genetics. Got soft bones. Their frame is soft. As per Billy Ho Saunders. Because we know that Canelo Alvarez, was a single man job. That was a one man job. That wasn't no BBC job. That wasn't no train job. That was just one man. Yeah? Canelo Alvarez ran through your man's Billy Ho. And left him all broken up. And that was one man. So we know these bare knuckle dons, their frames aren't designed to have a train ran. The kind of train that was being run, from what we've heard, from what Deontay Wilder's reporting. Yeah? Deontay Wilder has reported, it's a fact, you heard it. The whole bag of man was in the camp, and they was taking turns, and Fury couldn't hold it. So, it's on Fury. And he had to pull out, because his frame got bust down, 100%. His frame got bust up by the man in the camp. And that's what it is. He was down bad. 100%. And I know Fury fans are going to hear this. You man are going to be bitter. Oh, but why be, oh no. Yeah? He got smoked. Just like Billy Ho did. And the worst thing is, I haven't even got round to doing the video yet. I've got the pictures. I've got the exclusive leaked pictures coming soon. The evidence of Fury being all bust up. His face was all bust up. You can see where different dons were taking different turns. You can see where, you know what I'm saying? You can see where all the damage was made. Yeah? You can see where they was grips in his face up. Because his face was all touched up. Yeah? 100%. No doubt. 100%. No, I'm going to tell you what's confirmed. Let's talk about what we do know. What we do know is, you heard that from Deontay Wilder. Because Deontay Wilder, he's got inside the same as the YB. The worst thing is, I told you about this. I said to you, listen. Jared Anderson and F.A. Jagba gave Tyson Fury the beats. What we didn't know was, we didn't know that they was taking turns at will. We didn't know they was running the train. Now we know, thanks Deontay Wilder for confirming. Them man there ran a train on Tyson Scary, and he was down bad. He had to tap out. Facts. Call me a liar. Tyson Fury fans, call me a liar. Did he or did he not turn up? Oops. He didn't turn up. Yeah? So, we know I'm right. We know they broke him in, and he weren't feeling so good. Yeah, they popped his cherry. License Scary's cherry got popped. They brought in a few too many man them, and he was down bad. That's just what it is, 100%. And now we've got an insider, Deontay Wilder, confirming Fury got smoked in sparring. Now, what I will say is, I can't lie to you, as a Tyson Fury fan, it's not looking good in my opinion in terms of the odds. Now, Sugar Hill's back in the camp, but he's only there for 4 weeks now. 4.5 weeks until the fight. That's not good. Since when is a 4.5 week camp a certified thing? That tells me that Tyson Fury thinks it's a bit of a doddle. Which it might be. If you look at the first fight, or the second fight, sorry, it might be. But nonetheless, having a 4.5 week camp ain't smart in my opinion. Also, Sugar Smith has just got to the UK 4.5 weeks out. You got a question, why is Sugar Smith coming out to the UK now? Why hasn't Tyson Fury gone out to the US to acclimatise? Oops. Again, Tyson Fury's taking the Michael. Before, when he fought Wilder, he was in the US for like 6 months, fully acclimatised. And he had a 6-week camp with Sugar Smith. Now, he's got a 4.5 week camp and he's in the UK until a week or two before. For me, all in all, it's looking like he's taking the Michael a bit. He thinks he's going to be a bit of a doddle. But what Tyson Fury doesn't realise is, or Tyson Fury, has got a very short memory. Does he forget? It was only in July that them man there was running a train on him. Yeah? It's only back in July. How long? 6 weeks ago. Certain man was taking turns. Yeah? Certain man was running trains on you. So I don't know whether you're traumatised and you've blocked out, you've got memory blockage where you're trying to block out that part of the memory, trying to block out what happened to you, how you was victimised by a certain man in the camp, how you was Me Too'd. Yeah, how he was Billy Joe Saunders. How he was Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, you got to admit, there's a whole, from what I understand, in terms of the dictionary, every year the Oxford Dictionary looks for new terms, and I'm hearing that they're looking to put in Billy Joe Saunders for people who get Me Too'd. If you're Me Too'd, Me Too is synonymous with Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, 100%. If you've been violated, if you've been Me Too'd, you've equally been Billy Joe Saunders. Because what Alvarez did to Billy Joe, yeah, it's bad. It's a Me Too situation. No doubt. It's an R. Kelly. Yeah, one of them ones. One of them fixing to go to jail ones. So people like Alvarez, people like Jarrett Anderson, people like F.A. Jagba got to be careful in this climate. It's not like the 80s. Yeah? It's not like the 80s where you can just run trains and take turns. It's not how it is. It's 2021. You go to jail for that kind of stuff now. 100%. But listen, license scary. Me personally, for a long time, I was backing Fury to beat Wilder, and now I'm telling you now, I want Wilder to smoke Lyson. Truth be known, I do. I'm sick of Lyson. The best thing, even though I don't like Wilder either, but at this point, I'm done with him. I can't stand Lyson. He makes my skin crawl. The whole lot of them, in fact. For me, actually, it's the whole lot. It's Tommy scary. It's John scary. John Fury running for Mickey Theo. That annoys me. Tommy Fury, useless at boxing. Absolutely useless. I'm sorry, he is. He goes in there with people who are no good, and he goes 50-50 with them. But then he's still talking about how he's going to knock everyone out. I'm just sick of a lot of them. The best thing for them will be getting iced again. Just like happened in July. The best thing Deontay Wilder can do is try and run a train. Join the train that Joe Anderson and F.A. Jagba was running. That's what needs to happen right now. No doubt. And I'm hoping Deontay Wilder said in that clip that one of his dons that was taking turns back in July has passed him some tips. Now, I'm skeptical of all this tips business, but I hope he has passed him some tips. Yeah? Because he's going to need it, really. Even if Fury isn't trained, and even if Fury isn't taking it that serious, still, Wilder's that useless on the inside. I've always said, Wilder is so useless on the inside, it's not going to take much to beat him. I'm just praying that Wilder's been having tough sparring, even though I broke the news that Wilder hasn't been sparring, but maybe I'm wrong. Fat chance of that happening, but yeah. The best case for me right now is that I'm wrong and Wilder has been having tough sparring. Wilder needs someone like Andy Ruiz in the camp, and for Deontay Wilder to put big 10-kilo weights on his ankles so he can't run around. That's the best thing for Deontay Wilder right now. Bring Andy Ruiz in. We know he can't punch, but he's got good speed, and let him just work here. That's what he needs. Because if you can handle Andy Ruiz in the pocket, Fury will be easy. Because Fury slaps. Yeah? And Fury ain't quick. And Fury don't put combinations together. That said, it's not likely to happen. These boxing trainers, Mallet Scott, he wants to make it more about him than he does Deontay Wilder. Because if he wanted to make it about Deontay Wilder, he'd have brought in Andy Ruiz now. Instead, he's doing some next. He's always, you ever wonder why it's always Mallet Scott in the video? Exactly. He all in the video. Like Diddy, like Puff. Yeah? He stay in that video like Puff. No doubt. I'm just praying that they actually be doing some decent sparring. Because from what I've heard, and I'm not going to, even though I want Deontay Wilder to win, even though I'm probably going to put some money on it because of the odds, I'm not feeling confident about the sparring. From what I've heard, Deontay Wilder's brought in new people who are just randoms. Why are you bringing randoms in for this kind of fight? You need to bring in people who are certified, people who can back you up. It's no good bringing in people who are smoking. What's the point in that? We know you can go in there with stiffs and jump on the floor. What we don't know is if you can handle the pressure when someone's sticking it on you. Because guess what? When Pillar Fist Spindle Legs stuck it on you, you fell apart. So it's no good going in there with random dudes who are scared of you. It's no good going in there with, what's that guy called? I forgot his name, but you know the one where the troll? What's the troll called? Either way, Deontay Wilder sparred a troll, yeah? And he was swinging for the hills and still couldn't even clip him. That's how sloppy he was. Which is my point. You need to be going in there with people who make you tighten up. It's no good doing pad work. But anyway, that's my advice. That's the advice there of the number 2 trainer in the world right now. 100%. The number 2 trainer says you need to be sparring with people like Andy Ruiz. And in fact, not even just sparring. You need to be practicing being in trouble. You need to be practicing being in the pocket. They should do a drill. Deontay Wilder should make a ring that's literally, 6 feet by 6 feet? That's how Deontay Wilder should be sparring for half of the time. 6 feet by 6 feet. Just purely barn burner in a phone box. Because if you can fight in a phone box, you can fight anywhere. But it doesn't work the other way. People think, oh well, if I can fight in a phone box, I can fight anywhere. But what about if I can fight on the outside? It's not the same. If you can fight on the outside, it doesn't mean you can fight anywhere. But you best believe, if you can fight in a phone box, you can fight on the outside too. I've never seen someone who can fight toe to toe but struggles on the outside. The outside's, everyone can do that. It's easy. Everyone can run around and pop a jab out. It's not rocket science. Being able to go toe to toe is where the money's made. No doubt. So listen, Scary. Listen, Malik. Pull your finger out and get some proper work in. These last 2 weeks before the end of before the fight comes, please. No doubt.